Hello everyone, welcome to my very first Let's Play video where being completely awkward is mandatory and the points don't matter. My name is PJ, and I'm going to tell you a little story. I have been putting off doing Let's Plays for years, because I was really self-conscious about how the quality of them would be. I don't have the strongest hardware, I'm using free software, and I was also really nervous. I didn't want to start doing Let's Play videos unless I was confident that the very first one would be amazing. And that was just an unreasonable goal to set for myself. Because everything that I've been doing for the past few years has been a haphazard get-rich-quick scheme. I haven't been doing any of the things that I like to do, any of the things that I want to do, because I wasn't confident enough that it would make me money. And even though I'm still not really making money, I finally realized that I shouldn't let that prevent me from doing what I love, and I have always wanted to do Let's Plays. So, here I am. I have decided that I do not care about the quality of my first video. I don't care about the quality of any of my videos. I mean, hopefully they will improve. Maybe I'll get a following, maybe I'll get some money and can afford some better software and equipment, but for now, this is the best I can do. And I want to play video games, and I want to make Let's Play videos, so I'm gonna do it. So, first game I'm gonna do is Final Fantasy 1. But this isn't the normal Final Fantasy 1. I'm actually playing a hack of Final Fantasy 1 called... God damn it, what is it called? Final Facelift. Okay, I got it off of romhacking.net. What this does is it doesn't change any of the gameplay. It just improves the graphics slightly, makes it so that you can use 5 character names, fixes up the dialogue a little bit, and most importantly to me, removes all the censorship. And if there's one thing you're going to learn about me, it's that I fucking hate censorship. I will not play any censored games on this channel because I do not want to promote them, even if they're games that I love. So, the world is veiled in darkness. The wind stops, the sea is wild, and the earth begins to rot. The people wait, their only hope, a prophecy. When the world is in darkness, 4 warriors will come. After a long journey, 4 young warriors arrive, each holding a crystal. Now, Final Fantasy is my favorite video game series of all time. I mean, just looking at my username right now, you can tell. Although it probably won't be my username for long. I'm strongly considering changing it to Dachimotsu to match what I'm called everywhere else on the internet. So, I have beaten this game well over 10 times on every platform. NES, GBA, PS1, PSP. I've beaten them all. I am a master at this game. So, this isn't really going to be a blind Let's Play. I know some people enjoy blind Let's Plays, but this is going to be more like a walkthrough. I'm going to tell you how I play this game, and how you can play this game to have the easiest time with it. So, first thing I'm going to do is turn the battle speed all the way up, because having it any lower than that is just going to slow down the game, really. Okay. I saw a screenshot of this on the RomHacks page on romhacking.net. Normally the Final Fantasy for NES has 4 squares in each corner. Oh, ooh, that's interesting. Okay. Now the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to tell you about all the classes in this game. Because what you do is you pick 4 classes at the beginning of the game. You can pick any ones you want, give them all names, and that's your party for the whole game. You can't change it. Ever. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm not going to beat around the bush. Some of these classes are stupid, and you shouldn't use them.
You're bad and you should feel bad.
There is a definitive best team in this game, and other people are going to disagree with me. But, I mean, they have their reasons, but if you want the best, most effective team in the game, I'm going to tell you what it is. But first we're going to go over the classes. First is the fighter. The fighter is the physical attacker. It wears the best armor, it uses the best weapons, it hits things with those weapons and does tons of damage. And later on it'll get access to some weak healing spells. And that's pretty much it. The thief... Okay, that's not the thief sprite. That's not the normal thief sprite. He changed that too? Okay. I haven't actually looked at this too much yet. I mean, I practiced this first video a few times with the normal Final Fantasy ROM. Oh, just so I don't get in trouble, I do own Final Fantasy. In the box. It's everything in there too. Except for the map and some inserts, but I have the game, the manual, and the box. That's good enough for me. I would like to have the map, but I don't need it. But anyway, I don't know why the thief looks like that, but we're not going to be using the thief anyway, so it's good. The thief's thing is so goddamn stupid. The thief's thing is that it has the highest agility, so it's really easy to run away from random encounters with it in your party. They shouldn't have called it a thief. They should have called it a coward. Because it doesn't steal anything. It doesn't steal anything. It doesn't get that ability until like Final Fantasy 3. It can't do anything but run away from battle. It gets shit armor and shit weapons, and the best it can do is turn into a ninja at the end of the game, where it can wield any weapon, but doesn't get that big of a boost of strength, and can cast weaker black magic, which the black mages can do better at anyway. So, there's no point to having it in your party, even for the ninja. Just because it gets the best upgrade in the game, doesn't mean it's worth having. The black belt is in the same boat. The black belt is special in that it can do lots of damage with just its fists, at least later on in the game, but it gets no armor and absolutely no magic. It is the only class in the game that will never be able to cast magic, and that's just really sad. Why would you ever use a black belt when you could use a fighter instead? Next. Yep. What the hell? Come on. Next is the red mage. While the red mage aesthetically and conceptually is my favorite class in the series, you don't really want one in this game. It's just a jack of all trades class. It does everything decently. But why would you want each thing decently when you can have each thing amazingly? So, no red mage. The white mage is the healer. Plain and simple, you want a white mage. White mage is synonymous with have it in your party. In pretty much every game. Even in games that don't have something called a white mage, they have a healer. And people sometimes call the healer the white mage of the group. It's that eponymous. I don't know if I'm using that word correctly. Iconic might be the word I'm looking for. You want one. Black mage. Black mage is the wizard of the group. If you play D&D, it's basically what they're based on, is the wizard of D&D. They do tons of damage to all enemies with a limited amount of power per day. Well, actually, they don't gain the ability to do damage to all enemies until a little bit later, but for most of the game they can. They're pretty much the only class that can do that too, other than the red mage, but like I said, we don't really want the red mage. So black mage is good for crowd control, because this game pits you against tons of monsters at once. If you played any of the newer Final Fantasies, chances are you often don't fight any more than 3 enemies at a time. In this game, you can fight up to 9. 9. That is a lot. So you want a black mage. So, what is the best team in this game? You want... Well, it won't let me... do I have to name it to go on? Best team in this game. 2 fighters, a white mage, and a black mage. That is the best team. If you really don't want to have more than one of the same class in your team, replace a fighter with a red mage. But that's it. Don't use thief. Don't use monk. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, enter a name. So what should I call these characters? A part of me... I'll just go with what I feel like naming them. What? Hey! I wasn't... Oh, I had to delete the name first? Come on, dude. Alright, Zash. Zash, I think, is the official name of the fighter in the Japanese localization of the game. Okay, second fighter. I really like joining Brando's Final Fantasy rap, so I'm gonna call this one Dune. Zash and Dune. Alright, white mage. I wonder if I can abbreviate that enough. Cool. Sherma. Sherma is the name of the white mage character from the Chocobo series. And Shiruma, I think, is the Japanese word for white mage. And black mage. Who, if we're going for a Chocobo theme, with the mages at least, I can call this one Chroma. And normally I wouldn't be able to have 5 characters, but this hack allows it. So, there's our team. Zash, Dune, Sherma, and Chroma. Let's go. Okay, so, on the world map. Fucking awesome world map music. Actually, you know what? This is my Let's Play. We're gonna take a moment and listen to it. Awesome. Okay. So, okay, what are the controls again? Okay, start opens up. Oh! He changed the orb graphics to crystals. He could have made them bigger, but still. That is so cool. I wonder if he changed the world map graphics for the crystals too. The ones you actually find in the dungeons. Okay, normally in Final Fantasy 1, these were orbs. Not crystals, they were orbs. They changed them to crystals in all the remakes, after crystals became a more iconic theme in the series, but they were orbs in the original, so we changed it. You start with 400 gil, and as usual, everyone starts with absolutely nothing. No magic. Feels like there's something different about this menu. Maybe it's just my imagination. But yeah, you see how the fighter has 5 agility, white mage has 5, black mage has 10. The thief starts with 15. And with the weird way this game's formulae work, basically all you need is 15 agility and you can run from any combat encounter. I think they fixed that in the remakes, but I'm pretty sure that's a bug in this version. That 15 agility will get you out of any encounter no matter what, which is why a thief is supposedly useful. But why would you ever run from an encounter when you could win the encounter and earn experience and gold? I mean, the more you run from encounters, the weaker you'll be and the more likely you'll die. So, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go talk to the king. A really annoying thing about this game, if you try to go do what the king is going to ask you to do right away without talking to him, you'll find that the door is locked in the dungeon that he sends you to. Locked for absolutely no reason, and it magically unlocks when you get there. The king is looking for the light warriors. You do not happen to be them, do you? That's us, somehow. By the way, don't expect this game to give you an explanation as to where your characters came from or why they're here. It doesn't. I mean, the Dissidia games try to explain it. Let's not get into that. Light warriors, just as in Lucan's prophecy. Garland has kidnapped the princess. Please help her. I don't think that was the original dialogue. But like I said, this is a hack and they touched up some of the dialogue, so this is going to be a new experience for all of us. Unless any of you have played this hack before. Wait, what? They fixed the Invisible Woman of Cornelia. If you don't know, this was a really famous glitch in the original Final Fantasy 1 where one of those NPCs up there, I forget which one, was invisible. You couldn't see them. Okay, so there are some fixes. Okay, so first thing we want to do is buy some shit. Oh, here's Erelon. Erelon the dancer. In the remakes, she has blue hair. I prefer that version. Well, naturally, first thing we need to do is get everyone weapons. So we're gonna buy 2 rapiers for the fighters. That's a hammer, right? I think it's a hammer. But I'm not gonna risk it. I'm just gonna get a wooden staff for the white mage and a knife for the black mage. There we go. Now, one thing you gotta be super careful about is everyone's equipment. Everyone can carry 4 weapons and 4 pieces of armor at a time, and you cannot store any of it in your item bag. The item bag is only for items, non-equipment items. Which means that all of the extra awesome weapons and stuff that you find in treasure chests, you gotta do some real heavy inventory management. And why is the side of my face still so dark? That'll have to do. I don't know why. I need to get some more lighting. Anyway, so has it always been check marks? I think it was the letter E before. Anyway, armor can wait. The enemies in the beginning of the game aren't that strong. The first piece of censorship. Okay, the original Final Fantasy 1 on the NES, all references to religion were removed. That cross was not there. It was changed to a health center instead of a church. And it even says church. And the guy's got a cross on his head, or hat. But was that how he looked in the original? I don't know if they fixed that or changed it. Anyway. But yeah, cool. Awesome. Alright, so next is magic. Now it's gonna be a while before I get the holy spell, but in the original it was changed to fade. I'm hoping that this translation, it probably did, I'm hoping that it fixed it to holy. Let's see, white magic. Sherma. Cure. Alright, now we got 2 spells. Now, if you played D&D, you probably know about spell slots. Final Fantasy 1 for the NES has spell slots as well, and the PS1 remake does as well, but starting with the GBA remake, it started using MP like all the other games. In this game, spell slots work very similarly. You can't restore them without sleeping an extended rest, and the more you level up, the more spell slots you get. But for right now, Sherma can only cast 2 level 1 spells per day. Although one major difference between this game's spell slots and D&D's is that you can't use higher level spell slots to cast weaker spells. Everything's very in place. Okay, Chroma. I don't remember that sprite. Whatever. Fire and Bolt right now are kind of useless to us because they only target single enemies. So it's actually better to get Sleep right now to handle really large groups of enemies, like the second boss, which is 9 pirates all at once. So we're just gonna buy him Sleep, and Chroma will just sit in the back for now. He won't really do much. He'll attack things with a knife and that'll be it. What changes did they make to the items? I think that was called a heal before. I could be wrong. So, cure potions, pure potions, which remove poison, and tense, which I think are cheaper? No, I don't. No, okay. Yeah, but these are all way too expensive right now. Later on in the game, we will be buying like 99 cure potions and having them on us at all times, because they're the only healing item in the game. That's why having a white mage is so important. High potions and stuff didn't come until later. Oh, and you can forget about Phoenix Downs. Those temples, along with the life spell, which I think only the white mage can learn, are the only ways to revive party members. So, you know, it's just as hard as it is in D&D. In fact, this game makes a lot of parallels to D&D, more than what I've said so far, including one that I only just recently noticed, which encompasses like the entire world map and the plot of the game. How long has this recording been going on? For 23 minutes? I'm gonna record half an hour because I don't care how long the video is. So, let's just wander around the world map for a bit. Okay, first fight is 4 goblins, which in D&D would be a medium encounter. Okay, so, yep. Oh, one more thing. I don't know if this guy changed it. Probably didn't. But in Final Fantasy 1, if more than one character attacks the same enemy, and that enemy dies in like the first hit, then all of the other characters will attack the empty space that enemy used to be. They won't automatically change targets. That didn't happen until the next game. So you gotta have everyone attack someone else. Someone different. You gotta know just how much damage each of your characters are gonna do, and plan your strategy accordingly. That's why I like the NES version of Final Fantasy 1, because it offers a lot more strategy options than the remakes all do. And you'll see those like a battle feed like the Dragon Quest games tend to have, but you generally don't have to pay attention to most of it. All you really need to do is pay attention to how many enemies there are, what status effects your characters have, and how much health they have left. That's really all you need to pay attention to. Another thing that this hack fixed is a problem with everything being in all caps all the time. which is really annoying. Like, Goblin would be spelled in all caps, and that was just so cheesy. Bum, bum, bum. By the way, get used to this song. First version of Final Fantasy I only has one battle theme. Second game has 2 battle themes. Third game has 3. It kind of went with a theme there for a while. Yeah. What I'm doing is I'm just doing a little bit of preemptive level grinding. I always start every RPG by doing a bit of level grinding and trying to avoid all the best stuff in the first town. Oh, whoops. Started daydreaming a bit. I'm gonna apologize in advance. I daydream sometimes. I daydream a lot, actually. That's gonna be a recurring problem. If I ever go really quiet during a scene, chances are it's because I'm super focused or I'm daydreaming. But I'll try to cut out all of the unimportant quiet parts. Doop-de-doo. Now you're dead 'cause we killed you, we took you by surprise. Brittle floss, anyone? Yeah, and this is pretty much all I'm gonna be doing for a while. I need to do some grind. Oh, wolves, new enemy. Well, for you guys anyway. Now, the fighters, being fighters, are going to one-shot pretty much everything in the beginning, so you can rely on them to take out most enemies in the beginning in one hit. Just let Sherma and Chroma do their thing. Just try not to let anyone die. I don't think reviving party members is particularly expensive, but you still don't want it on your hands. Oh, if you get a ton of enemies like this, just have Sherma and Chroma work together defeating one enemy and save it for last. Hopefully by the time the fighters are done with the others, then the mages will have taken out one goblin. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. I was not paying attention. Okay, now's a good time to test out the healing spell. Don't attack Zash. There we go. Awesome. That was luck. Absolute luck. Although it does help that Sherma and Chroma have higher agility, so they're more likely to go first. Actually, no. I think agility only affects running from combat. I think turn order is completely random. Even in the remakes. Yeah, so that was pure luck. Pure luck. And you're gonna have to rely on pure luck a little bit here and there. I mean, that's the nature of RPGs. Everything is rolled like dice. But some things are still within your control. Now, how much money do I have now? 170? I made about 100 gil from all those fights I just did. Wait, is this game called Gil? It does, I didn't even notice that. The original calls it GP for gold pieces. Stay to save your data. 30 gil. Don't forget, if you leave your game, hold reset while you turn the power off. That's something that old NES games that let you save had you do. Wait a minute. The fighter sprite is different too. I didn't notice that. Some of these changes are not necessary, and kind of unwanted. But whatever. Anyway, that's a good place for me to stop my first video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope I wasn't too unprofessional. I mean, I don't really care. I'm just going to be doing this for fun anyway. So, thank you all so much for watching. I do not have an outro prepared yet. I might in the future. Who knows? Depends on where this goes. So, thank you all for watching. And I'll see you all later.